Hi, I'm David at Fibonacci, and I'm going to be taking you through fPanels. fPanels is the fSeries option to visualize data gathered in an online interactive presentation. We're going to look at a number of different ways in which data can be presented to users. We've set up these presentations as an example, but you can design whatever your users need using the fPanels designer. Here we have the fPanels viewer, which is a menu system used to organize fPanels presentations around a subject. In this case, the subject is a client. We can see some brief details about Mike Briggs directly, and then each menu option will open a different view of data about Mike. The first option opens up a personal details presentation that shows many different pieces of information. We can see Mike's name and address together with aliases, telephone numbers, relationships and warnings. Notice that some relationships have been highlighted. This is based on clients marked as having warnings. The user can click on a heading to resort the table. What you include in a presentation, the highlights and the options you allow the user to pick are all up to you. We can go back to the menu to look at another set of information. This chronology presentation is designed to bring together date-based information about Mike from various databases. The main panel here shows the chronological data merged into a single list. As I roll over each item, some further detail is shown in the bottom panel. If I click on one, we drill down to pick up more information to display about that item. There's more information here about what types of information have been shown and whether any data collection errors occurred. This is so that the user knows what data could be missing. We've also added options in the presentation to ask fDocs to generate a document based on this data. Here the document has been generated and we can open it. And here's the document. In this case, it's quite a simple list showing the main chronological details. We can also allow the user to download a CSV spreadsheet file of the main panel's data. The user is only able to do this if you permit it. And here's the file opened as a spreadsheet. Okay, back to the menu and another example of visualizing the data. This time we'll use a filter option to look more closely at the data. We have a list of all of Mike's known addresses, and on the right all of the people we know about who have lived at those addresses at some point in time. If I click on Mike's main address on the left, the list on the right is filtered to show only those people who have lived at that address. I can do that with any address or click again to unfilter the list. We saw earlier in the chronology how you can pick to request further details to be gathered and displayed, but it's not always necessary to keep requesting more data. Sometimes it's sufficient to be able to drill down in the page without making a further request. Here we have details of Mike's family, and I can roll over any member to see more details about them or click to freeze it. It's very fast because we are not having to request more data, and that makes it easy for the user to browse around this information at leisure. The fPanels viewer can be set up with extensive structured menus, and here we have opened another section to look at some logging data. fData lets you log users' activity, both in using the system and in the data they have viewed. Here we have plotted a chart of views of Mike's details over time. We can see who's viewed it and click to see a list of when exactly each user viewed them. This audit log is entirely under your control, so you can log whatever you feel is relevant. fDocs is the fSeries document generation option, and here we've put together a menu of the documents that we have made available for the user about the client, in this case Mike. We can click on an option and generate a document, and here we're generating the same chronology document as earlier. Finally, we've added an option for the user to see a list of their cases, and click to open another case if needed. We could have done this from the list of relatives to link to the same view, but focusing on one of Mike's relatives, which can be subject to security. The fPanels view has now been reloaded, but now with Natasha's details. And now we can see the family from her perspective. fData is designed to give you the power to design the way your data is visualized in the way that suits your users best. This was just a few examples of what you can achieve. Thanks for watching.